Hello YouTube. Alright, we're going to look inside that iMicro power supply in the out of that office computer that I took from that guy the other day. Here we have the inside of the power supply. First of all, here are the ratings of it. It's a model LC-8400BTX. It's a 400 watt power supply, supposedly. Quite a cheap one, if I do say so, and it kind of shows in its appearance. It has a really dusty fan inside. But here we are. We start with the AC line. There are no X or Y capacitors on line voltage, so that doesn't help ripple at all. You get those wires come from here, from the voltage selector, come down into here, and you have 4 diodes in bridge rectifier configuration rather than a bridge rectifier, which I hear the chips, the actual bridge rectifier chips, can handle a little bit more current than just individual diodes. A 400 watt power supply, that's I don't know. There is some filtering here though. There's a filter choke and a couple of Y capacitors there, and a fuse, which is good to see. What else is here? There are two you can tell this is an older design because there are 2 filter caps. They are both Suscon 470 microfarad 200 volt caps. They both appear to be working fine because there's no bulging anywhere. The heat sinks on these they look okay. That one is a little bit loose, slightly, but not really. The heat sinks look alright because there's a lot of room for dissipation right there on these top fins. One thing I don't like that I see is in the output. You have some big filter chokes right there, but you have some caps here. And one of them, as you can see right there, is bulging on top. This one right there. It hasn't burst its top yet, but it's definitely bulging. There's the top of one cap. Yeah. Focusing on these is a little bit difficult. You can see that one right there is bulging on the top compared to the others. There's a bulge on top of that one, so that's a bad cap right there. Only one of them in this power supply is bad, though. That's interesting. Now, what kind of cap is this? This is a TMX capacitor. There you have it. This power supply is now a junker because of that bad cap. It needs to be recapped. But honestly, this power supply is so cheap that it's just not even worth it, really. You might as well you could buy one new for $30 that would probably last long. That would probably still have good caps after so long. This power supply is from 2005, though. It says so in the transformer. So there you go. This power supply has a bad cap in it. I wonder if that's why it was acting up, but it doesn't appear to be because I wonder why that cap went bad. I really do. That's odd. Maybe it was a defective cap. Who knows? It was made in 2005, and that was an era when bad capacitors were everywhere. They were all over the place. I myself had trouble with bad caps back in 2006 on an Asus motherboard. So there were tons of them around the mid 2000s. So not surprised to see that. But yeah, that's the look inside the iMicro. It looks like it looks like an okay power supply, but it probably couldn't put out 400 watts on a good day. It just doesn't look like it has the guts to do it, especially with how small those transformers are. So if I were gonna use this, I would treat it like it was a 250 or a 300 and use it that way, even though what it says on the front here, out 400 watts max. That's pushing it, I'd say. For the machine, for the machine it was running, it would do absolutely fine. It was running an office machine with no graphics cards, just a board, and that was it. So, for what it was doing, this power supply was perfectly adequate. But that bad cap isn't a good sign, especially when this power supply wasn't even really being stressed that hard. That's what you get for cheap crap. Whoever built this machine just took a bunch of cheap crap and stuck it in here. I bet this power supply was like 40, 50 bucks back then. Well, maybe not. Maybe not, but, you know, that's probably how much it was worth. Other than that, hope you guys enjoyed taking a look at this, and have a good one, everybody. Ciao.